Hey everybody, sorry about that. Let me turn off the volume. Can everyone hear me? I was getting the Kahoot going. I was like, I like that intro music so much that I was listening to it. Man, people talking about Kodobo in the chat. I am jealous of the Kodobo. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Turn the music up here. Oh, it's always so low. You should be able to hear the music. But we don't want this music. You know our music. It's disco music. How is everyone doing in the chat? How is everyone doing? Oh, I'm sorry, William. This will be available to view later. Let's go ahead. Did I just see the Infinity Gauntlet? Nonchalant. You did. So, we're working on Visualization 3. Make sure to check out those videos. I've got my Bolt House drinks today. Have the coffee. I'm good, Zoya. Thank you so much, Zoya. Let me pop out the chat. I like that intro so much. I was just kind of like chilling, getting things ready. And now we've got chat popped out. We got everything good to go. Bolt House. People know I'm talking about Bolt House. Good to have you here, PJ. Is the game going to code be on here? You bet. Let's bring up that game code. Oh, that's not the game code. That's the Hackerman screen. Hackerman, go away. There's the game code right there. Stats we won. Hackerman. Puppet Shark, what do you think about that? Good job, Puppet Shark. Point Frenzy Friday. Let's throw some 20 points more to the chat right here. Points, add. Good to see you too, PJ. All the positivity. Let's get a bunch of people here. A bunch of people in the chat. Word, Joshua says. Purple Cat. Sounds like a disco name, like Purple Cat. Chill name. Rocket Dingo. That's a Nickelodeon show, if I'm not mistaken. It's like Cat Dog, Rocket Dingo, Social Buffalo. We'll wait here just a minute or two more. Hopefully we can get like 40, 50 people. That'd be awesome. So the biggest things with these, your Purple Cat, Joshua, that's a good name right there. We got Glowing Yak. Yak is a weird name. Like yak. Like, I wouldn't, like, what animal do you own? I own a yak. It doesn't work. Approximately 30 minutes. We take all the questions. We make jokes between. That's the way we go. We'll see if we can get to 40 and then I'll probably start it. I mean, we're going to start, but you know, we'll see how many we can get. Champion Zebra. Now that's a name that's going to win right there. Lovely Fox. Good to have you, Lovely Fox. Fast. Gnu. Who doesn't want a yak? Is that question? I know. I think people don't want a yak. Sounds weird. Just yak. Royal Yak. Is that another yak? Wait, let me see. Do we have more yaks? We have Dandy Cat. Cute Dolphin. All dolphins are cute. Lovely Fox. Brave Rabbit. You know, I'm voting on Brave Rabbit today. Polite Dove. Great Dragon versus Great Bunny. For Viz 3 and the Mosaic 2, we have to describe each column percentage, mainly giving the ideas of them, constructing a kind of... So big thing, did everyone see the email that I sent out going over what you need to talk about? So make sure to look at that email. These names are everything. I agree, Olivia. Oh no. No. We need 2 more people. We'll start here and let's put 1 minute on the clock. Check out the emails I sent out, or the email I sent out going over. We're gonna put 1 minute on the clock. We'll start here in 1 minute. 1 minute timer on the clock. Everyone's like, who are you? You know who you are. Make sure to check out the email I sent out. It goes, I hope I win one before the semester ends. You might. Dan, hop in, Dan. Good to have you here, Dan. Review the knowledge. I love it that we have some students reviewing. When test time comes up, these get a lot bigger. And there's a lot more points. Moobot's here giving out the points. Good to have everybody. Let's see. Time's running out. Any last questions? There's 26 seconds. I'm Smooth Seal. Who are you? The email or the Canvas announcement? I think it's both. So I sent out like, here's YouTube videos. So I sent out an announcement with like two videos. The visualization videos, I changed them so the names are like, here's how to do this. But make sure to follow the instructions. I find out what comes after Diamond tier. Oh, Andrew's got some high tiers right there. You might have heard the timer in your ear. Andrew has broke the tier levels. So let's continue on right here as people get to higher and higher tier levels, and we're going to keep adding them in. Who's ready? Join the Kahoot. You've only got like 10 seconds left. I'm gonna hit the start button here in a moment. People join in. They're like, "Oh, is this the time we're starting?" We're starting here in 3, 2. At the end of the song. 1. Here goes. Let's do this. Hop over to the main screen. Okay, first question. How far away are the fences? People have said, Ryan, what's that magic number? Why does it exist? Is there lag? Make sure to be clicked. Oh, I'm buffering. Literally, did we start buffering right this? Oh no. Let me see. Is the stream working for everybody? We might pause for a moment. We can restart the game. What is YouTube doing? I think YouTube had an issue for a second. Let me look at internet, everybody. We've only had one other issue this semester. We're going to wait a moment here right now. I think we might restart. If you want, whoa. I'm getting 1 gig up and 1 gig down and 10 gigs up. So it looks to not be on my side. But a lot of people, it's not just one person saying lag issues. Yeah, I think we can we'll restart. Yeah. So make sure to click the live button. But it was like a lot of people who said they were getting hit by the lag. Mubot's going to have to decide this one for us. Let's take a vote right here. We're going to take this by a vote. Restart. Democracy at its best right here. 0 is yes. 1 is no. Restart, yes or no. 0 yes. 1 no. It is your call. I will go by the vote. Everyone who's not in first, second, third will vote to I think this is... I'm very sorry, Sarah. All right. We're going to restart. So I might need to I might need to remind people, like, make sure you're live. Let me put up the UT Marvel again. So we're going to restart. Very sorry about that, everyone. False starts, like we said. You know, who else? Did anyone else do running besides me? Let me see. Someone else had to have been a runner besides me. Podium. This is not winners. Someone's like, I just won. Super alpaca. No. I ran track. You know what I'm talking about. Like, especially like swimming and stuff like that. There's so many false starts in swimming. I bet swimming. I did track, cross country, swimming, wrestling. My worst sport. Do you know what my worst sport was? As we were just between right here. Play again. There we go. Okay, we're good. Oh, wait. Wait. Do we have 77 people? Did it keep you in? Do we have 77? No way. We're losing people drastically, though. It logged you out? Let's give this 2 minutes right here. We're on 2 minutes. Make sure everyone's in. Put 2-minute timer on. Are people in? Like, do you want me to restart this completely, or are people able to get in with this? I was mile to mile. I did 800, but 800 is the longest sprint. Tia, like, that's 800 is so 800 is such a sprint. Man, 800 meters, you just like run around the track twice, and you're just like, you run around the first time at like full pace, and then the second time you're just pushing your legs to keep them at full pace. Like when you do the mile 4 times around the track, or 1600 meters technically, the 1600 you can at least settle into it. Oh, so it did that. I think we're as long as everyone says they're in, we'll be good. It might say that we have this many people, and yeah, we double the points anyway, so that's how many points we get. 400 meters. Oh wow. So yeah, Tia, you were a real sprint right there. Like you were really pushing it in that sprint. I mean, that's like a full tilt sprint. That's awesome. Yeah, it's like, I didn't mind the mile. I like the mile more than the 2 mile. The mile was my favorite. I run to the snack bar. That's what I do nowadays. All but that snack bar. Do they have a 3 mile? Is that new? Because I thought it was 1600 meter, 3200 meter. There's a 3 mile. Oh, the 5K. Yeah, 5K is 3.12, right? That's cross country. I did cross country too. So I think 5K is 3.12. So 5K, 10K. 8K is almost exactly 5 miles. So 8K is like very, very close. So it's always that last bit, that 0.12 at the end of the 5K. So y'all, I don't exercise now. Timer's almost up as we're between 4 seconds. Everyone good? Everyone live? I'm gonna do a snap test. You ready? I'm gonna snap, and so I want you to type 1 when you hear me say, when you see me snap, okay, or you hear it. So get ready to type 1, or just have it typed and then hit enter. You ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. There's a snap test. Make sure you're live. Okay, you might have like, okay, so we got like a 5-ish second delay for a lot of people. Are we good to go? Let's see some I'm ready's in the chat. Andrew types 2. Let's see some I'm ready's in the chat here. Oh, what are we listening to? It's all disco all day here. We're ready. I'm on Ethernet, so you're ready. Ooh, got an advantage right there, Cody. Let's do this. 95 people, 1,000 points on the line. $20 Amazon gift card. Let's go. Bet you can't guess what the first question is going to be. SpongeBob SquarePants. That's who, Andrew. How far away are the fences in a box plot? What? What is this song? Did you guys hear this? They got new music. What? I like it. I mean, it's like 8-bit, but it just doesn't go with the theme. I know. I think we hacked the Kahoot. Okay. So remember with box plots that the IQRs, or excuse me, the fences are 1.5 IQRs above Q1 and 1.5 IQRs below Q3. It does sound like Contra a little bit, doesn't it? So this is the distance. What do the fences tell us? The fences control what? What do the fences control? Who can explain what the fences are? Like, what's the idea of when we go above Q3 and we put a fence up here, and we go to Q1 and we put a fence down here? What do those control? Pretty much, Lindsay, you're on the right track. They control where the outliers begin or end. Exactly, Zoya. The fences tell you where the outliers begin or end, and this is the kind of practice we need. We just need to hear it like 10 times, and this is just the demarcation of where outliers begin or end. So let's see. This is more about box plots, and I will say this. You might want a calculator for the later questions. So if you have a calculator near you, you might want to grab a calculator for the later questions. Do you mind showing the code again? Yeah. There's the code again. So you might want a calculator for the later questions. And Dan, great note right there. Dan says this is outside the 25th and 75th quartiles, or the first and third quartile, the 25th and the 75th percentile right there. Next question. Who's in the lead? Prairie Piranha. This is some alliteration right there. Golden Possum, an excited hamster. I'm going with Expert Lemur, though. Got to go with Expert Lemur. Next question. True or false? Outliers can be the maximum in a box plot. I don't like this music. I'm about to, override the music. We're going to listen to some 8-bit music. I'm going to choose the 8-bit music. So outliers can be the maximum. Very, very true. Outliers can be the min or the maximum. So this would be the min right here. So here's a common mistake. Is this right here will not be the maximum if there are outliers. Does that make sense to everybody? If there are outliers, outliers can be the maximum. We see this in the notes, and I think I still have the notes up. A very, 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 very common error. I'm looking for the right set of notes right here. A very common error is when people get to these box plots, they often forget to include the outlier. So don't worry, this is just practice. We're here to practice and make sure we know that the outliers can be the maximum, and if there's a low point, they can be the minimum. So don't be tricked by questions like this. Remember, so write this down. When calculating the range, what should you include? Joshua, great note right there. Outliers still part of the data. Even if there are unusual features, they're still part of the data. Terry helping out right there. Terry's got some great notes. So what will you always include when calculating the range? When calculating the range, you will always include what? When calculating the range, you will always include what? I'm choosing the music for all this now. We're just going to go through my music. The outliers. Let's do this. Let's do the next question. Who's in the lead right here? We've got Smooth Dingo in the lead. Whoa, that was a shakeup of the leaderboard. So I'm getting everything ready. Here we go with the next question. True or false? We're going to mute their music. Oh my God. True or false? Box plots display categorical data. Box plots display categorical data. Is this categorical right here? This will be a number line on the bottom. And the number line would go from the lowest number to the highest number. Hints for later. Box plots only display one variable. So what do box plots... Joshua's right. Joshua knows. No. They do not. I need to make it... No! No! Box plots are what? Help me out here, everybody. Box plots are what? No. Wait, Joshua, did you answer it also? No. It is false. It is false. Box plots display quantitative data. No, Maddie. The code's behind me. Box plots display quantitative data. Box plots display quantitative data. Let's see how crazy this leaderboard is going. Oh my gosh. This is the craziest game I've ever seen on Kahoot. And we're literally going to go 1,000 points, 500 points, and 250 points. And so, yeah, I'll show the code again. So, crazy game right here. Make sure to be writing down this knowledge. These are things you should know. What are displays of quantitative data? While we're here in this in-between screen, you should know instantaneously what are some displays of univariate quantitative data. What are some displays of univariate quantitative data? Where are you going, Gentle Elk? Mosaic plot is going to be bivariate categorical. Mosaic plots are bivariate categorical. No worries. Univariate quantitative would be things like pie charts are going to be categorical. Bar charts are going to be categorical. Remember, pies and bars go together. And like, what is your favorite pie? What is your favorite bar? That's categorical. And there we go. Histogram, dot plots, stem, and leaves. So don't worry. This is how we practice. And then when we do, I'm going to throw 20 points right here for everyone practicing right now. So if you get it wrong, that's not a bad thing. It just means you're practicing. And then you're like, oh yeah, during the Kahoot, I was like, I remember my answer now. It's this. So box plots are univariate quantitative. And if I misspeak at any point, please tell me. Sometimes I'll be like looking at answers and I'll say something wrong. But box plots are univariate quantitative. So are histograms, stem and leaves, and dot plots. So make sure to have these written down. Make sure to practice. And let's go to that next question. Let's put on some battle music though. Let's go some anime music right here. Here we go with the next question. When making stacked histograms, they need to have what? So stacked histograms right here are going to have what? This is something we talked about. They always need to have this. There's a lot of wrong answers here. There's only two possible answers. You don't have to do the one down here on the bottom. But there is another one. Kind of almost under my nose. It's the two machine example we did. And they need to have the same horizontal axis. Why would, and don't worry if you got it wrong, why would bar charts be wrong? Because we're talking about histograms. Can anyone explain why bar charts is like, that doesn't go with this? Why would pie charts also be wrong? Why are categorical? So histograms and bar charts are two different things completely. So we have here categorical displays of data, and so these would automatically be wrong. Oh no, Olivia. It's tough competition with the 31 right here. If you hit it immediately and still go down, wow. Where's everyone at now? Is the leaderboard shaken up? This is a crazy leaderboard. Get ready for the next question. My day's going well. Next question. What is the probability of an honor student being from Tennessee? Remember I said you need a calculator? That's too extreme. It's too hype. What's the probability of an honor student being from Tennessee? This is a conditional distribution. So we're going to review how to find this here in just a second. How would we phrase this? How would you phrase this? What's the probability of an honor student being from Tennessee? I want you after this. Ah, yes, I said get your calculator. Oh no, look at, oh no, we had so few people do it. I want you to take a moment here. I want you to phrase this question. What's the probability of an honor student being from Tennessee? How would you phrase that conditionally? Like given. I want you to use a given statement. How would you say this is a given statement? So I want you to say, given this. Well, that's all right, Madison. No worries. We're here to learn. And someone will win. How would you phrase this as a given? How would you phrase this as a given? So I want someone to type in the chat how they would phrase it as a given. Like, given this, what's the probability of this? It's good practice. What percent of honors students are... that works, Mia. Given they are an honors student, what's the probability they're born in Tennessee? So we're only going to look at honors students. Great job right there. So given they are an honors student right here, what's the probability they're born in Tennessee? So what's the mathematics? So we're only looking at these students right here. Nice job right there, Parker and Nikki. So we're only looking at these students. That is correct. There we go, Walker and Maggie. You got it. So it's a conditional distribution. It's given they are an honors student, so it's only these students, what's the probability they're born in Tennessee? Exactly. Nice job, Aubrey and Madison. So if you didn't get this, don't worry. This is just good practice. Like giving somebody likes dark chocolate. So hints for your Canvas content quiz. And do remember this. You can record your answers. I would definitely be taking screenshots if I was in the class of what I get wrong and what I get right. So I think I'm too competitive. Well, where is everyone at? Oh my God. Did you see that leaderboard? Speedy Eagle just flew right to the top. Oh my gosh. Crazy right here. Let's find out. Is the music better now? I'm going to be hitting this meal. Let's check this out. You ready? Next question. Probability of an honor student. Oh my gosh. What is this? What are they? Watch them saying like the premium package. The probability of an honors student. What is the probability of an honors student? So this is a marginal distribution. So you want to figure out the probability someone is an honors student. It's marginal. If you don't have a calculator, just try to do it quick mathematically. There's only two answers you could think between. Nice job right there. So what is the marginal distribution? No worries, Josh. This is a marginal distribution. And why is it called... you mess with me. Why is it called a marginal distribution? Why do we call this here and this down here a marginal distribution? Nice job right there, Zoya. You got it? Awesome. And people are showing the mathematics in the chat. Exactly. It's the margin. Like the marginal distributions are a univariate display where you only look at one variable. Like this right here is a marginal and this right here is a marginal. So the marginal distributions, exactly, Parker. That's why it's called a marginal distribution, because you have a margin here and you have a margin down here, and it only looks at one variable. So when you think about the marginal distribution, remember, a marginal distribution is the margins of a contingency table that only display one variable for us to view. And if you got that, you'll know what the marginal distribution is. So these are key terms you should know: marginal distribution, conditional distribution. And now let's see right here. You ready? Who's in the lead? This is the craziest leaderboard, but Speedy Eagle is staying in the lead. Who's going to win with the next one? What graphic would go with this bivariate categorical display of data? Who knows? As we just relax. These two graphics are best friends. They met in elementary school. They hung out all the time. They went to high school together, but they went to different colleges. But they met back up here in Knoxville. And now they go out every weekend and hang out at Cool Beans. They're kind of like pie charts and bar charts, because they like categorical data too, but they're not univariate. They're bivariate. It's the story of contingency tables and mosaic plots. Blind buddies right there. The competition is heating up. So what is odd about this right here? Stacked histograms, what sets it apart? Like let's use some words to talk about stacked histograms for a moment. You're coming back, Josh? I like that. What can we talk about with stacked histograms? We saw some earlier. Like a histogram is what? Histograms are quantitative, yep. Histograms are quantitative, and so one histogram is univariate. Stacked histograms are what? So a histogram by itself is univariate quantitative. Stacked histograms means we're using groups, like multiple categories, and then stacking the histograms. Like You could use like freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, and then do like GPAs of those individuals. So just think freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, and then you're viewing it in a histogram. So what's the deal with stacked histograms? We should know what this graphic is like. We should be able to visualize it and be like, oh, it's a histogram, but like multiple ones. So stacked histograms is going to be what? No one knows? I'll have to show some. Let's open up our million jump data sheets. Because we always need 10 million jump data sheets. Do I have... Oh, this data set can make stacked histograms because the same thing we do here. If we go to analyze, we go to fit y by x. Actually, we want to go to... You wouldn't think this, but you can do it via analyze distribution. And let's go to... where's GPA? What GPA doing quantitative categorical right there? I think because I imported this data set. So we can look at heights of individuals, and now we are getting, I have data selected, stack, and let's put it on the same common horizontal scale, because that's something we should do, uniform scaling. And uniform scaling, and if you ever have data selected, you can go up here and go to rows, and clear row states. Where's clear row states? I'm so blind. There we go. Here are stacked histograms, and stacked histograms can display the same type of data that I'm not showing the same data here, but these are both bivariate quantitative categorical displays. If you look here, political belief right here is categorical, and number of Facebook friends is quantitative. The same goes over here where Greek life is categorical, and then we do technically need count access on this. I want to make good displays of data today. But does everyone understand right here that we are looking at both of these are bivariate graphics, and these are best friends also? What do I mean by best friends while I make these jokes here? Not good jokes, but just jokes. That these stacked histograms and these side-by-side box plots both are interchangeable. You could use either or to display your data. Even though I'm displaying two different types of displays here because I'm doing different variables, they are the same thing. So remember that. So here's the big note. Stacked histograms and side-by-side box plots display a quantitative Y and a categorical X. Pie charts and bar charts display just one categorical variable. Mosaic plots and contingency tables display what? So someone's got to help us out. We'll go to the next question. Mosaic plots and contingency tables display what? To what? So it all goes back to data. Like what kind of data are we dealing with? Mosaic plots and contingency tables display what? Bivariate categorical. Nice job, Aubrey, so much. Thank you so much. Two categoricals. So it displays two categoricals. This leaderboard is absolutely insane. I cannot believe it. Let's put some Celeste music on right here. Next question. Which of the following would display bivariate categorical data? I love review questions. If you're paying attention, which of the following would display bivariate categorical data? I put these in to be like, how many people are listening? Please, no. Cody's like, sneaky. How dare you test us to see if we're listening? So you've got two best friends here together. No, watch, I get it wrong. If you get it wrong, no worries. It's no worries. I probably get it wrong. There are two answers on the screen. Oh no! Be writing these down. What's the deal with these right here? Let's review again. Stacked histograms and side-by-side box plots display what? No worries, Lizzie's laughing. I'll take the majority. I'll take it. You gotta take the wins, you know? It's interesting how it did it. This is a best friend with this over here. So these are they are bivariate T, and you're really close. Does anyone know what a bivariate quantitative display is? And I think this is in one of your... I'm going to mention it. What is a bivariate quantitative display? I bet Andrew or Dan come to the rescue. I'll draw it. What is a bivariate quant? Yes, Parker. Great. Let's throw 20 points. Parker's like, we don't need help. Parker. Great job, Parker. It is, we're throwing 20 points to the chat right there. It is a scatter plot. A scatter plot is bivariate, quantitative, and then a time plot is just a special case scatter plot where time is on the x-axis. So no worries, Dan. Talk to you later. So a scatter plot is a quantitative y and a category. Oh my gosh, quantitative y and a quantitative x. Does that make sense? Oh man, so much fun. People always wonder, what do our quotes come from? We're gonna add another quote. Remember, the winners can add a quote if they want. What time does the BUAD 321? Oh, are they doing Kahoots too? Oh my gosh, this leaderboard is insane. We'll be done here in just a minute, like probably 5 minutes. Let's see. Next one. Next question. Starting off with some doubt music here. How many variables does a single box plot display? This is a box plot. Box plots are what kind of displays of data? 2 more questions. I think the last question is really easy. No, that's for 320. There's a super duper easy. Hint for 320 if you're listening in. Oh, BA Street, I was like, we'll be starting here in about 5-6 minutes. We restarted ours because we had a error at the start of this one. Box plots are what? Who knows the technical word for this answer right here? What is the technical word for this? Side-by-side box plots are bivariate. And that gives you the technical word. Side-by-side, yep, univariate. Just means one variable is being displayed. It means you just ask a question like, how tall are you? Side-by-side box plots are bivariate, which means you ask like, how tall are you and what state were you born in? So that's what a bivariate display is. It means it answers 2 questions. So always try to like bring these things back to like, don't use a complicated word like univariate. Be like, oh, we asked 1 question, so we're displaying how tall someone is with a box plot. Or you could say, we asked 2 questions. Oh, Andrew, I miss being around Knoxville and seeing everyone, swinging by Haslam College of Business. I'll be back soon here. Let's get hyped for this last question. Let's find some good music for that last question. Yeah, it's hype. Let's do this. Leaderboard time. Rational Bunny. I think I bet on you at the start. I wish I could play Thunderstruck. That's how you get the YouTube channel taken down. These distributions are fairly symmetric. What is the best measure of center and spread? Ooh, this is something we should know instantaneously. They're fairly symmetric and unimodal. What's going to be the measure of center and spread? Things that are paired together. So when we talk about center, we are either doing mean or median. When we talk about spread, we're either doing standard deviation or IQR. And there's some very wrong answers on here. We're going to review for like 30 seconds after this, so let's see what the right answer is. Pretty good job. This is one answer, and it is the right answer. What is the only possible other answer on here that you would pair things together with? What is the only other possible answer? What is the only other possible answer that you should consider right here? Nice job right there, Courtney. And when would you use that one? Oh, no, that's coming up next year, Lucy. You got it. When would you use median and IQR? And this actually applies to 320 very soon. We cover this like a week or two. When it's skewed, here's normal data, here's skewed data. And since this data is mostly normal, don't ignore the Binwitz there, mostly normal, we got it. No, we're going to bring back this music right here. They're playing crazy music. And let's do this. I need to put fade outs on all my music this weekend. So let's see who the winner is. Is it still the bunny? The answer is, make sure to email me. Golden Bobcat. Rockstar Dingo. Did Bunny win? Look at that lead. Smooth Dingo. I'm going to hop over here to space real quick. If you were first through third, tell me. No, don't be sad, Madison. You can hang out and play 320. We actually had, I think, last week a non-320 student win. So hang out, and there's a little bit of review stuff. You might hear some things related to your class. It's going to be more coding this week, and I think this will be a big help. You're welcome, Olivia. Let's give out some points. Let's give out 20 points, everyone, for showing up. So remember, if you just show up and watch, you get points. I'm going to hop here to space. If you won first, second, or third, let me put up. Okay, cool. Who won? You're welcome, Krina. You're welcome, Haley. So, who won? Let me go to currency. Who got? Not me getting first and messed up a game, and then just, oh no. No, win. You're good. You're third, Kennedy. Kennedy came in third. That's 250 points, Kennedy. Nice job, Kennedy. 250 points right here. We'll put on some music. Let's put on some 80s music. I'm going to put on my favorite 80s music. Here we go. Wait, wrong button for it. 80s music is over here. You're 5 points from third. Aubrey, let's give you 200 points. Aubrey, you're getting 200 points. You're in fifth. Wait. You're. I'll give 100 points for fifth. Do we find first and second? Second, Nikki, right there. Sorry, Nikki. I'm entering in everyone's points. Nikki, that's 500 points. Nikki, you almost have enough for the whole semester. Great job. You were first, Olivia. That's 1,000 points. Oh my gosh. Olivia, 1,000 points. You're going to catch up to Sarah right there with tons of points. Olivia, your points have been... Can I get a single point for getting first? Maddie, let's give Maddie 100 points right here. Maddie, you get 100 points for coming in first. Wait, I missed the last name. Maddie. There we go. I am so blind. It's so bad. The degree to which Brian is blind is really sad. I can't type either, don't worry. It's like, I have to stare at stuff and be like, I can't see stuff. You were 55th. That is all right. We're going to load up the game right here. Let's go back. And I'm going to get the next game going. So just wait 1 second right here. Exit full screen mode. How is 320 doing? I know people are doing really well. I know Andrew's about to show everyone 320 knowledge come into play. We're about to do some coding. Let's go more 80s music here while we just relax. This is like 80s workout music. I'm doing well, Ashley. Just kind of like Fridays are nice. It's just generally more relaxed. And we just get work done. That's what I like. Am I the only one who thinks for a moment this will sound like Take On Me? Like, just tell me if I've lost my mind. I'm about to start the game here. I just want to hear the moment. Bye, Karina. Good to have you here. This part. Gotta do the Zumba. I'm gonna turn off the music here. You can hear two musics for a second. Okay, there we go. Let's bring up the code. Code's on the screen. You hear it too? Yeah. We're gonna go through one more song right here. Code's on the screen. Make sure to join in. If you have questions, let me know. We're gonna talk about for loops, while loops, some ifs today. I must teach all of those. I'll tell you this much, a big conversation this morning, we had an undergraduate meeting, was about internships. So talk to career develop. Who here's talked to career development? Just a little talk for like 320 right now. And I am going to be teaching. Do I have that? Where did I put that? Let me see here. Yeah, go talk to career development. I mean, just like super serious. Like UT is all about placing our students where they want to be placed. So do it. Get that internship. Make the connections. That's what we do. I will be teaching 475 this summer. Yeah, talk to them. Put it on your list. I've got stuff this weekend, a bunch of things. That's what I do with my weekend. This summer, I'll be teaching 475, Andrew. I'll be teaching time series. So come take 475 this summer. I'm not in engineering anymore, and I keep getting emails from them about the engineering expo. Oh. Yeah, and it's really a big thing, like, because we want our students to do well, and it's tough, and there's so many components at UT. Like, I'm not in the getting internship components for helping students. Like, I do other things. I mean, I want everyone to get internships, but I just don't have those connections. But Julie Ferreira in our department works really hard with company connections. And then I just forgot the name of it. Career development. That is the name of it. But speak to them as soon as possible. And then if you get an internship, if you get one or if you don't get one, make sure to report it. We want the numbers and we want to know what we can do to help students, because all you're doing is just helping fellow Vols by giving us information. UT's, yeah, we just want to know how to help everybody and get everyone placed and get them the jobs they want. At the end of this song, we'll start the Kahoot. 1 minute to go. Yeah, Julie's awesome, Andrew. Like, did you took the marketing analytics? I love that course. I'm no. Did you also take Julie Farrow's course 370S, Lucy? You know what's really interesting? I took that course 10 years ago. 10 years ago, Brian was in 370. I was actually in the first offering of it. It's really cool. I get to work with a local company, get to do web analytics, A/B testing, get Google AdWords certified. I like that course a lot. Exactly, Andrew's Google AdWords certified now. And that's something you can put on your LinkedIn. And, you know, we're just trying to give people analytics skills. We're trying to get you working with companies, working with data. So I really like it. We're nearing the end of this period, but the start of the Kahoot. Who's ready for the Kahoot? Get some I'm raised in the chat. Let's throw some 20 points. Andrew, well, you're going to be working with R here in a second. Get ready. I'm going to be giving lots of hints. So if you do not know the answer, listen into the hints. So get ready as we start the Kahoot. Okay, music, we're going to trust you. We're trusting you, music. Get ready. Here, make sure you're live. Make sure you're live. Here we go. We're going to do a snap test. Oh, we're fine. Make sure you're live. Last time people were not live. Maddie, so good. I'm throwing another 20 points for Maddie being here. I don't care. You guys know I just give out all the points. Maddie, we are honored to have you here. Maddie, 20 points for Maddie being here, playing along, seeing what they know. Let's see. Let's start this Kahoot right here. Courtney also, love it. Here we go. You could win. Maybe just go quick. You never know. And Kayla, it's so good to have you here too. Let's do this. Here we go. Wrong button. I will give hints, and I might turn off the music. What will the following code do? Okay, the music's decent again. Okay, so this is a while loop. A while loop takes a condition, evaluates it. This says, is 2 logically equal to 2? I just want you to answer yes or no in your head. So this is static right here, and so this is going to always be equal to 2. And these stand for the code that it'll run. Inside of here is the code that it'll run. So 2 is always equal to 2. So while 2 is equal to 2, which is always true, this will run right here. So what will this do? Oh no! I mean, it'll print hello world, but it will run endlessly. I guess that's a little bit of a trick. I didn't mean to trick everybody there. But the code will run endlessly. The biggest thing to know is this will create an endless loop. Why, when this code runs right here, why is it creating an endless loop? Why is it creating an endless loop? Can anyone just explain how the while loop right here, it has no end? Now, something I want to mention, let me pull up something right here because you're going to need help with these next few questions. Okay, here's a quick review. If you listen in on this, you're going to get the next few questions right. So listen in. You ready? A for loop has how many components to it? How many components does a for loop have to it? A for loop has how many components to it? 3 components. Nice job, Kayla, right there. Here is a for loop. A for loop has 3 components to it. So a vector, a variable, and then I call this the skeleton right here. This is the code that will run endlessly. So every time this for loop runs, what is changing throughout the for loop? What is changing? What is changing is the vector position, kind of this, well, the skeleton, oh, yep, in the skeleton, you're saying, yep. The position we are in the vector, does that make sense? So when this for loop runs the first time here, let's just say Brian has 1 stored into it. Does that make sense? And then what does the code do next? Be very careful. During class, people said something different, but what does this code do next? So it's going to store 1 into Brian, and then it's going to do what? Be very careful. Everyone said something that was like, well, yes, but no. What will this code do after it stores 1 into Brian? It's going to go right here and say 1 stores into Brian, then it's going to run this. And what does it run right there? You're close, Caleb. I mean, that is kind of what happens, but it's actually just printing Brian. At all points, it's going to print Brian. Don't worry, this is what people said during class too. It's all right. It's just kind of understanding theoretically that it's always printing Brian, but what's in Brian changes. Does that make sense? Exactly, Abby, right there. You don't have to call it Brian. You can call it like I. Usually I just go lowercase I. It's the easiest thing to write. And then it'll print I. And just we're going to save into I. That right there. And it'll run the same thing. I is just a placeholder. Hint, hint, hint. Hint, hint, hint. I is just a placeholder for the values that go through the vector. And then we will change what's in I as we run. Does that make sense, Nico and everybody? Great job. This is good review. And if you see this structure right here, hopefully it's making more sense and you're about to review it. So get ready. This is a review of these questions now. I think we might have one more while loop. So I think there's one more while loop and then we'll be talking for loops. Who's in the lead? Oh my gosh, look at this. It's anybody's board right now. Fabulous Bat, Power Deer in 4th place. There's a huge tie for 4th place. So don't worry. If you were 201 and you got this, you're in the lead right now. Maybe you guessed really quickly. Let's find out. What part of a loop repeats and never changes? What part of a loop is the part that repeats? The inner part of it and never changes. What part is the part that repeats and never changes of a for loop? This is the part that just keeps looping through and we print. So we talked about just a moment ago. It's the part that never changes. It's the inner part of it. And I'll show it again here. The skeleton. The skeleton. Remember, I'll give some hints. So right here, this never changes. If you look what's going on right here, what's inside of I changes, and then the element we go through changes. Every time the loop runs, I is changing what I is, and then we're changing what the position is. The third time this loop runs, what would I write right here? I is going to become what? The third time this loop runs, I is going to become what? Oh, no, Ashley, it's all right. This is just practice. The third time this loop runs, I is going to become 3. And then what's it going to do? It's going to print I. You could put other things in here like print Andrew Wind is the best. Quote 39, right, Andrew Wind? And it'll do that after each one. So you see right here, it is printing I each time, but then it's also printing Andrew Wind is the best. So take a look at what happens right here. Every time this code runs, I is changing what I is, but it's always doing this. Every time the code runs, does this make sense to everybody? Every single time the code runs, this portion of the code, the skeleton, this inner part of it, never changes. Every time it runs, it prints I and prints Andrew Wind is the best, but what's inside of I will change, and then the element of the vector it goes through will change. It'll change whatever the placeholder is going through the vector. So remember, the skeleton of the loop never changes. A little more review. Let's find out who's in the lead. Crazy leaderboard. Woo, cheerful lizard. Let's find out with the third question. This is still on for loops, so make sure to be taking the notes. Here we go. The skeleton of the loop never changes. It's the same code that runs the same, and then we change what is in the placeholder, and we change the element. So the placeholder, technically the variable, which is what the placeholder is called. The placeholder is called a variable. That name stays static, but what's in the variable changes. So it does change. It's not the same thing it was before. Let's see what the next one is. Remember, I'll give hints. What part of a for loop changes every time the loop restarts? So every time the loop restarts, think about this. What is changing? We're moving through what? So every time we change, well, every time the loop starts, the loop's going to go through. So the for loops do not have a condition. That's a wrong answer. For loops do not have a condition. That's while loops. So we have here the value, the vector, the variable. Which one will it be? It's not condition because that's while loops. What changes? It's going to be the variable. Exactly. So the variable is actually changing. So what changes as we go through? And I guess, see, a lot of people got this. I'm so glad because technically we are changing the position in the vector, but we're manipulating what's in the placeholder. So the placeholder is going to change every time the loop runs, and it's going to move through the positions of the vector. It's as long as you understand theoretically what's going on right here. Like, imagine I did this. Let's do another for loop real quick, just to make sure we understand. Let's go down here and do the following. For, let's go here, color. You can name it whatever you want. Let's go here, brown, pink, green. pretty random colors. And then we say cat, paste, my favorite color is color. And then we do a special character. When this loop runs the first time, what will change? Color will become what? When this loop runs the first time, color will become what? Brown. And then it'll run this code. When it runs the second time, color will become pink. Then it'll run this code. When it runs the third time, color will become green. Then it'll run this code. And you can see right here this. And I put a space. Oh, that's like the least fun thing to edit. Sep equals this. And that'll fix it. So many things to edit. So many little things. What do we code in? You know it. You know it. Not that. Little bits. Little bits. I hit all the. I had my soundboard on the wrong setting today. So we code in little bits and we make sure. So it moves through the different elements of the vector exactly. So color changes what's inside of color. And the first time it's brown, the second time it's pink, the next time it's green. You just change this like purple over here. And then you can see right here, it goes through and makes color become this element, then runs this code. Then color becomes pink and it runs this code. Then color becomes green and it runs the code. Is that making more sense, Lucy, when you see it? Like color becomes purple, runs this code. Color becomes pink, runs this code. Color becomes green, runs this code. The code in the skeleton is always the same. It's always the same thing it runs. It's just that color changes what color is. Color moves through the elements of the vector over there. You said see it like 3 times. The more you see, I can't tell you how many times I practiced writing for loops before I was like, oh, I get it. It's like, yeah. Exactly. Every time it runs, it moves to the next position. So every time it runs, it moves to the next position inside the vector. This is a crazy game, everyone. Don't leave. If you're losing, don't worry. This game is nowhere near over. Let's practice more coding with the next question. What part of a while loop controls how long it runs? Ooh, this is a different type of loop. What part of the while loop? Now, a while loop, I guess it technically has 2 parts. It has like the skeleton, the code that runs. But then it has another part. It doesn't have a vector. It doesn't have a variable. While loops, which we saw at the beginning of this, only really have a what controlling how long they run. It's the same about while this. You need to ask a what. While loops have conditions. Nice job. Nice job. No, we lost people. While loops have conditions. A condition in a while loop will control how long it runs. So let's take a real quick look at a while loop here. When we have a while loop right here, we could say something like while I is less than 10. We could go here to print Brian, and we can put an I outside of this. I think later questions might kind of look like this. Hint, hint, hint. We could go here to, let's do this. This is a hint for later questions. And then we go I plus 1. How many times will this while loop run? And I am not beyond putting a question like this on the test. How many times will this while loop run right here? I'm going to have to think it through. So who knows how many times this while loop will run? It's going to say, well, it's going to go right here and it's going to check I. And it might be 3 times. It might be. So we could run it and find out the answer. So it's going to check this. It's going to run. And it's going to say true and runs. That's once. Then I becomes 1. That's twice it runs. Then I becomes 2. And that runs. And then, yeah, so it's going to be, yes, exactly, Lucy. Great job, Lucy, right there. Lucy assigned the values for I. If you notice, I became 3, and it did run 3 times. And with I becoming 3 right here, what did it do when it checked is I? You can see it over there in the corner. When it looked at is I less than 3, what did this evaluate to? So when it looked at is I less than 3, what did the condition evaluate to? Which breaks the loop then. The condition right here, because I is equal to 3, and we're seeing if I is less than 3, this evaluates to false. Nice job right there, Sneh. So excellent work. This evaluates to false, and thus the loop stops. And this is the practice we need to know that a while loop is always going to look at the condition. And the leaderboard is going to go crazy, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Cheerful Lizard just doing an amazing job. We got to find out who Cheerful Lizard is. I'm very excited to know. Let's see if they can hold on to the lead with the next question. How many times will the while loop run its code? This one starts at 1. Watch out. This one starts at 1. So you could mathematically... Uh-oh. While I is greater than 5. Oh, please tell me I answered the right answer. Please tell me I put the right answer on this one. Well, I is greater than 5. Oh no, how many people got the wrong answer? Gotta look at the code. Did Brian put the right answer? That was a tricky question. Why is it 0? It is 0. I did put the right answer. Why is it 0? Why is it 0? 1 is never greater than 5. So I starts out as 1. It starts out as false. Abby, great job. This is just practice. Like, you want to like run it through in your head and be like, okay, I is 1. It's going to look at this. I is currently 1. That's false. The loop stops. So great job right there. If you got this one, a little bit of a tricky question. I'm just trying to like, if you can get it, you're good. You're good. Don't worry. Leaderboard, Cheerful Lizard. We couldn't trick. Who wants to trick Cheerful Lizard? Get some yeses or nos in the chat. Should we try to trick Cheerful Lizard with the next question? They won't be so cheerful anymore, will they? Let's find out if we can trick Cheerful Lizard with the next question. Here we go. How many times will this while loop run its code? This one has right here, I starts out at 1. So be very careful, because the other one we did start at 0, which should make the answer a lot easier if you think about that. So remember the other one we did start at 0 and went to 3. This one starts out at 1 and goes to 5. So mathematically, you can figure it out from that. 0 to 3, 1 to 5. The answer is going to be 4. Nice job. So I did kind of want to, I know I threw a trick question in there, but if you remember, we can change this right here to 1 and 5, and we could mechanically go through, but you will see the loop runs 4 times. That's because each time it goes through, it increases the value, and when it gets to 5, it actually doesn't run. So it runs on 1, it runs on 2, it runs on 3, and it runs on 4, but when it gets to 5, it checks the value of 5, and it says 5 is not less than 5, and then it stops. So I didn't, you can't do that? Can't do that apparently. You can't highlight code down there and run it, but you can up here. So that evaluates to false because I is currently the value of 5. Excellent work. We are not tricking Cheerful Lizard. Cheerful Lizard has a whole question lead. Oh, we need our stonks, right? Let me go counter. There we go. It's not errors right now, Lucy. We changed it. So we changed it for the moment. We could change it again, but you never know what's going to happen. Which of the following can be nested? Nested means you put code inside of code. It's a really cool thing that you can do with pretty much anything, as far as I know. It's like, you like code? Well, we put code inside your code. Where can you nest things? Put a code inside another code. Hint. Answer quickly. Where can you nest things? Codeception. Codeception is everywhere, because all of these can go into codeception. So I think you saw some examples during class. We did nest ifs. So if you're wondering, I just wanted to put in here, like, what is the idea of nesting? Nesting means code inside of code. So we did one example during class. Here it is. This was some crazy nesting, and I didn't use the terminology nesting, but this is nested ifs right here. Because you have ifs inside of ifs inside of ifs inside of ifs inside of ifs. Someone tell us a year right here. Who has a year they want? Like if you say you're born in 82, it says, please enter a year that is 4 digits and not a joke. You are a millennial. So 1996, you are a millennial. According to this, you're a millennial. So you can enter anything. If you enter in like 99, it'll say, please enter a year that's not a joke. And we say that. Haha, you're funny. We did some more editing. 2000. Man, I'm old. If you enter in 2000, so we run this. But you are Gen Z. But we finally entered in because it was telling people they were Gen Z. But if you do that, it says, haha, you're funny. 1990. You're millennial. Yeah, so good is right here. We could make it, you know what we could do? So what you could do, watch this. Do we have that as a return? Watch this. I'm going to show you something really quick right here. Like, you know what I was just doing? I was doing it multiple times, right? 2001, you're a Zoomer. Let's go right here in front of this, and let's go Let's go read line. And with read line, let's ask, do you want to enter enter it's oh sure, why not? Do you want to enter a date? Enter Y or N. Okay. So what we're gonna do right here is gonna go while. No, we need to go right here. Oh no. I'm just thinking 2 seconds. Yeah, then we go right here. Okay, I know what I need to do. While, and then we go response, and that's their response. While response equals Y. Then run this code down here, and then we go down here at the end, and we put that. And I'm totally gonna mess this up. And then we put this here at the end. What do we code in?
Little bits.
Hopefully I didn't mess this up. Okay. So now it asks, do you want to enter in a date? Yes or no? Enter in a 4-digit date. We enter in this, and it says, do you want to enter in a date? Yes. Yes or no? We enter in this. Does everyone see what I've done with this loop right here? Who knows? Oh. Any's coerced. What did I do? Well, I broke it. But we'll figure it out. Oh, what year were you born? Why? Oh, I entered in an error right there. But does everyone see what I've done with this loop? That while someone enters in yes, it will then continuously run this. So you enter in a date right here, like 82, and then do you want to enter in a date? Yes. And then we can enter in here 1988. And if we enter in no, and I'm going to do one last thing. I'm going to go here to this, and I'm going to say else. This is the last thing I'm doing on this. Cat paste. Thank you for running this program. So I'm putting an else right there. Ooh, what do I have wrong? Oh, no. This should be... This isn't... Okay, 2 seconds. We'll finish the Kahoots. Sorry. Okay, that's in the while. Oh, no. We want to go here. Oh, I don't have an if. Okay, then we go to the end. We say if response equals no cat paste. Can you guys tell I like coding? Thank you for using this program. Okay, run it. No. There we go. Little bits. Don't code it all at once. So now someone could run our program. Not at all. You don't say. Someone could run the program, enter this, enter in a date, and then they could say no, and it says, thank you for using this program. That's how we code. Let's find out who's going to win right here with the next question. It's just a big game. It really is. It's just like fun. Hey, Victoria, so good to see you here. Thank you, Victoria, for swinging by. 201 last semester, right? So good to see you, Victoria. You should join in. If you see one of the Kahoots coming up, join in. What will the following code do? You just saw some ifs and else. Victoria, one of the Kahoot legends. What will this code do? So if 2 is equal to 2, Brian, else some weird spelling of a name we won't acknowledge. Yeah, anytime drop by. So good to have you swing by. Why does this code return Brian right here? Why does this code return Brian? Explain how the if works. And you saw me use it just a moment ago. You saw me use it over here where I said if response equals to this, then do this. Yep. So you remember how I was using my code right here for my program? Since I entered in N right here, then it ran this code. And so, yep. And so logically, Nico puts 2 is equal to 2, and then we say 2 equals 2. So Nico, you're totally right. Excellent job, everybody. This is really good practice. So when, let's see. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy. So let's see who's going to win here. 2 more questions. What does the following code do? Now, the if has a false inside of it. What does this code do? This should be pretty easy. Because if the if has a false, what will run? Who can, like, have this note down? You should know this instantaneously. If an if has a false inside of it, and we connect this to it, what will that do? So if the if has a false, evaluates to a false, and you connect an else, the code inside of else will run. Pretty good job right there. When would that do nothing? Just so you can see really quickly right here. We would do nothing at times. So much code. If you have if false, and this code right here, that'll do nothing. Why does that code above do nothing? Why does that code above do nothing? I think it would return, if you saved the output from this, it would return a null object. I just put check right here. Check probably has a null object in it. Yep. So NA means missingness, and then null means nothing. Like there's nothing. Like missingness at least means there's a position. So if you were to put inside of check and put in NA, it'd be a vector of length 1, and it'd probably be like, I don't know what class it'd be. It's a logical vector of length 1. So, but there's missingness in it. So this right now, check, if we check the length of check, it has length 1 because it has a position with nothing in it. But when you store the null object inside of here, this is going to have a length of, it's going to say logical 0, which means a logical vector of length 0. So, oh, it is saying, it's just saying 0. It's a null object, and class, it might say, yeah, it's just class null. Does that make sense? Little tricky stuff right here. Understanding the context like goes even deeper. If true, it does the first one. If not, it does the other one. Yes, exactly. Great job right there, Abby. And just understanding these objects right here is very important. So make sure to understand those. Whoo, you ready? Be quick on this last one. Hint, be quick. Who's ready to be quick? Who's ready to be quick on the last question? Be quick. Be really, really quick. Be really quick. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. The if-else has a statement here, an action if true and action if false. Function does what? What is the missing part? What is the missing part? Be really quick. Not trying to trick you. Oh no! It makes me sad some people got it wrong. If else is a really fascinating thing, which we really haven't talked about much. We didn't mention it in either class, that's why I blanked that one out. But with if else, what you can do right here is you could go to like survey 10 data, and you could go to the height, and you could say if height is greater than or equal to 76 inches, you could say taller than Brian, and you could say not taller. And watch this. I just recoded that whole vector. So that whole vector was just recoded with the following 3 things. So if you notice right here, it takes a logical right here. So it's going to take a logical vector right here. And then whenever there's a true, it's going to run the true statement. And whenever there's a false, it's going to run the false statement. So I can literally just recode a vector. I could go here and turn this into a factor. And so now we're coding in. That's a factor. And then I could go here and make a table. There's a table, and then I go to the number of rows, and there's the percent of people who are taller than me. What did we just do? Little bits. There we go. Oh, what do we just take this all, times this by 100, and then go here, go to round, and put that there, and there you go. There you go. That is what we can do pretty quickly. We can find this all out if you wanted to make a table, but all of this was coded extremely quickly. And we can make a table with this information. So you could just change this. Watch this. 2 more seconds before the thing. Function. Let's go here and go to return on this. This will be what we'll return. We'll return this table right here. And then we're going to have someone put height. And we're just going to put, or let's put value right here. And let's say percent taller than you. Oh, no. Okay, let's just say... I'm going to come back to this at the end. This is my percent taller than function. And we go here to percent taller than. And guess what we can do? We can put in the height. And it'll give you the percent of people taller than height. Taller than you. Taller than you. So if you want to know what percent of people are taller than you, you can just enter this in. and you can find out the answer to that immediately. And we just put something near the mean. But does everyone see how I took my code and just expanded it and did little bits? You're not meant to code this fast right now. It's all practice. So the more you learn how to code things, the better you can kind of nest your code and the better you can get. Let's find out who that winner is, because I know everyone's wondering. I think we had a rock star this time. But 8 out of 10 questions is amazing, Smiling Llama. That is amazing right there. 9 out of 10 with Fabulous Bat. 10 out of 10. Who was it? Do you want to say in the chat who you were? Cheerful Lizard. Amazing job. If you got the points, if you were in 5th through 1st, remember, I still got, let's give out 500 points today. So who won? I know absolutely nothing about coding, but somehow I managed to get 4th place by guessing the whole time. Maddie. I'm very proud of it. Is that 1st? You're 3rd? Nice job, Lucy. So let's go right here. Let's put back on the UT Marvel. I'm Fabulous Bat in 2nd. Let's give out these points. Thank you for everyone for hanging out. Learn some stuff, have some fun. That's what we do. So hang out while I give the points. So Maddie said they came in 4th. Let's give 100 points. I am so blind. There we go. And then Lucy, what place was that again, Lucy? Was that 3rd? What place was that, Lucy? 3rd place. 200 points for 3rd place. And then Fabulous Bat. And then Fabulous Bat Kayla, that was 2nd. Nice job, Kayla. I mean, great job. It's just great job, everybody. Like, sometimes you might guess and get it really quickly, or sometimes, like, you just do them, like, get them all correct. Who was 1st? Was it Andrew? Who was 1st? Who got 10 out of 10? Did we find 1st place? Did I miss them in the chat? Nice job, Snea. That's awesome. Amazing job. Oh, I'm so proud. That is just amazing. 500 points right there. Great work. And let me ask this. Snea, Lucy, Kayla. Kayla, I know you did C++. Snea, have you done any coding? Were you 5th, Andrew? Great job, Andrew. Andrew, you already got so many points. We need to add a new tier. I shouldn't show people this. Do you guys want to see the tier listing, and should we make up a new tier here real quick? So we probably need to add new tiers. I've never done coding before this class. Lucy, that's an honor to hear. I'm so glad. Like, in just listening in, like following along, just reviewing. I did a little bit of Python last year. Awesome. Yeah, it helps. It helps. And I'm sure you probably saw for loops and stuff like that. Like, it just really helps. Should I show the tier list, and should we come up with a new tier? Should we do that real quick right here? Do you guys want to help out? Or I've got the tier list right here. Let me go to the main screen. So I might come up with them. We'll see if here's the tier list. Maddie tier. So here's the tiers right here. We need to call this, edit this tier. It's easy, like Stat Nation. We have Brian tier right now, which Andrew is at. So if you don't want to see Maddie tier, I would be willing to make that. This is the 10,000 point tier, which we're going to put to 2.11 bonus. And Stat Nation, this one's called Hero of Eternity. What comes after Brian tier? What comes after Brian tier? Search Stat Nation Brian tier. Any ideas on tiers? Like, if you don't want to see the secrets behind the tiers, don't look, because you'll then know. Why does that not expand that column? I guess you can't expand it. They don't expect you to write this long of tiers. God tier. You see, I've thought about that because it's definitely like a video game. Stat Nation President. Oh, Vol for Life tier. I kind of like that. Vol for Life. I kind of like that. God tier. Everyone wants God tier. Like, I'm so afraid to bring like religion into this. Like, if you take my classes, I never meant, like, people probably know I have religious and political views, but I never mention religion or politics. Like, I never mention it just because I'm just so, like, afraid of, like, it's just like one of those things that's just, does everyone understand what I'm saying? Like, someone could get offended, and I don't want anyone to be offended. I don't want to deal with that. I just want to have fun. Because I teach 900 students, and I just don't want anything to be misinterpreted. I think so many people know that we're here to be positive and have fun. So I like Vol for Life tier. You can be a Vol for Life at this tier at 20,000. These point totals are going insane. Pog tier. It's not poli-sci. Exactly, Nico. Like, so I do mention things like lightly, but it's like whenever I mention something, I don't think I've ever really talked about religion. Whenever I talk about political stuff or things that are in the world of politics, like climate change or the 2000 election, it's always like data related. Like we talk about the vote totals in Palm Beach. So people in Pog tier. Let's go Pog tier right here. Is it Poggers? Should it be Poggers tier? Let's go Pog tier. Let's just go Pog tier. So, and that's, there we go. That's right? Just Pog tier. I think Pog tier would be good. So, Pog tier right there. Vol for Life, all this good stuff right here. Just, it goes absolutely insane. So, all this good. Oh, that's awesome, Maddie. I think, so we're just here to have fun and, you know, enjoy. And so I want to point something out, though. I think people understand this. Where are you trying to get to with your points? Like, I can make it even easier to understand. Where are you trying to get to with your points? Like, what is the goal for points? Like, what is the true goal? And then there's prestige level. I feel like we need one more. I feel like there needs to be one more higher. Like, what is the one higher after this? Is it, do we have a legend here? There's legendary tier, diamond. We have platinum. See, legendary I think needs to change. Legendary needs to be like ORNL tier. Stat AI. What would be beyond Pog tier? Galaxy tier. I like Galaxy. I like that, like Galaxy. Should we go Galaxy or Galaxy Brain? I like Galaxy. 1, 2. I think that's where we're at. Stat Nation, Galaxy. Should be Galaxy Brain tier. What if we did Galaxy Brian tier? I'm kind of liking that. Omnipotent tier. So this is Galaxy Brian tier. Play on Galaxy Brain. Does that sound good? Big Brain tier. I like basically a big brain. Big brain. So wait, never mind. It's not Bezos anymore. Jeff Bezos tier. Now that's nuanced. It's a joke within a joke. Galaxy Brian tier. Exactly. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Oh, it's got 0 points. We gotta fix that. So okay, wait. I gotta needs to have what is, oh, it's just, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that should do it. Okay, cool. But once again, only 0 points for Galaxy. Exactly. The Stat Nation member tier is 5 points. And then if you notice, the tiers go up in how hard they are to get to. So should we do 1,000,000 points? Do we need something 1,000,000? What's the 1,000,000 points? What is it? What is 1,000,000? This is insanity now. And then we need 6 ones. What is 1,000,000? I don't know what that is. Tiny Brian tier. No, you know what? I kind of like that, Kristen. I'll tell you why. Anyone ever watch like Thanos tier? We could go with Tiny Brian tier or something like that, because, or something like we'll keep thinking this over for a moment. People like Thanos tier. We could, if people like Thanos, we can go with Thanos tier or Baby Yoda. We'll bring this to a vote right here. What is Grugo? What, I don't understand that. So here, let's talk it out real quick. It's almost like in Dragon Ball Z or something when the big bad guy comes out and he's like there's like the villain and then there's like the super villain and they're even smaller. Oh, should we go? See, I gotta watch some. What should we do? Who thinks Grugo? Who thinks Thanos? Maybe we should do this. Grugo / Thanos tier. What if we do that? Grugo / Thanos tier. We could do Goku tier or something like that. Make this total nerdy thing that like We could just call it something different than a tier. We could just make it like, uh, we could, like, what would you say? Like, what is Mando? Beyond the tier, like basically, it's like you've gone beyond the tier list. Like Grugo, Thanos, Goku level. Is it Mando? Should we? So what should we put? What's the vote? Here's what we're working with right now. What's the vote as we finish this off right here? Over 9,000. It's almost like it's just pure meme. No, like I always like the over. It's over 9,000, and we got Goku at the end here for Vegeta over 9,000. So this is just a ridiculous tier, even though it's like over a million. So this is like just the meme tier list. You've gone into meme world. It's just like what is it? Color plaid. Let's go to plaid. Like in Spaceballs. Oh, I'm old. Spaceballs even before my time. Meme tier. So we should call it meme tier. Should be called over 9,000 meme tier, and then we'll put we'll put this next to it right here. We'll go there, and then formatting matters. Over 9,000 meme tier. Like, these are like just the legends who come by. I can't see any student ever with the way I give up points. So like you're just like, does that look good to everybody right there? What is Mando? Oh, it's Mando's name. Should we include Mando on that? I'll include Mando. Let's do it right here. Should we include like that? Thank you. Let's throw another 20 points for everyone hanging out here. Yeah, we do actually have Disney Plus. We need to watch some Disney Plus. So we need to see some Mandalorian. We're currently watching. We watch Fear Factor a lot. That's my favorite show. Watching Resident, Fear Factor, Bob's Burgers. Trying to think what else. But I've started 2 Disney IPs in one list. You are right. We got a lot of Disney IPs in this. See, if people were worried, the expansion on Amazon Prime. Wait, I'll watch that. The expansion on Amazon Prime. I'll have to watch that. The points really end right here. This is where you should get to. And I might change it next semester so that 5,000, because I'm kind of beta testing this. So not that I don't want everyone to get the max points, but I'm just like trying to figure out where that point is with enough that people need to watch. So, but if everyone gets the points, that's fine. If everyone gets A's, that's fine. But season 5 is currently be adding who gets 1,000,000 points. So the big thing is you really don't get that much of an improvement in your grade when you get to the bigger and bigger. Like there's no even tier points associated with this. You just, like go even crazier to like higher and higher levels of insanity. So all this fun stuff. I don't even know what time it is that we're ending here. We'll hop back over here. Puppet Shark, did you have a good time today? Puppet Shark? Thank you, Puppet Shark. I got to raise the volume on. What is time in COVID days? It's been over a year. COVID started January 20th, 2020. You remember all the 20s right there. Started 2020 on the first 20th day. In the US, at least. It had been going since December, or even maybe before that, because 2019 and COVID-19. All that good stuff right there. What's up? You just died a little hearing Puppet Shark. I went and we filmed that last week. Puppet Shark. I've lost all concept of time too. Hair just keeps getting longer. What's what Maddie? Maddie says wait. It's like, what's up, Maddie? Maddie has a question. You need to look up. Oh yeah, that thing people were telling me about. Everyone was saying that that's now a quote now too. It's from what again? It's fine to put in the chat, right? Because it's currently a quote. And I don't think a whole class would steer me wrong on putting a quote in the chat. Like someone would speak up and be like, don't do that. Oh, it's on TikTok. And it's perfectly a happy thing, right? Like, I don't think the whole class would like be like, let's have Brian do this thing. Like I'm very trusting, probably too trusting of an individual. If a whole class, okay, no, it's good. Okay, good. Yeah, we always put positive things in here, and if anyone ever felt like something wasn't positive, we'd remove it. If anyone was like, I don't feel like that's positive, or I don't think that should be in your class, I would remove it. So, but we want to, we just want to like experience different things from everyone's point of views. So that's why I like doing a lot of different quotes and a lot of people's different viewpoints. And as long as the quote's positive and other people feel it's positive and realize that they mean it in a positive way, then we say, yeah, we do it. What do we say, Puppet Shark? Do we add more quotes? Yeah. I need to do that, Nico. I was going to say, and I'll make that video this weekend. Puppet Shark. Could bring him over here. See, it'd be hard if I was like, what do you think of Puppet Shark? I literally was just like standing here like this with Puppet Shark being like, like just like constantly like doing that. And then I had to green screen him out. So I was like, yeah. So, yeah, Nico, I'm going to probably tweet that. I might get that done this weekend. So, well, thank you very much, Lucy. It's an old decrepit chihuahua named Pudgy. Oh, decrepit. That's, I think, the word, right? Check Discord. I sent the ua. And the way he barks sounds like ua. Aw. I wish I said I shouldn't play it right now because you can get like DMCA'd on YouTube, but I'll have to check that out. That sounds really cute. I'll have to show it to Chelsea. I'm sure she hasn't seen it. She's not on TikTok. So maybe she has seen it. She sees a lot more animal stuff than I see. But do you guys think I should make a challenge to Davey504? I've got an idea for the video. It'll probably be like a 2.5 minute video. I'll post it to the YouTube channel. I might be able to get that done this weekend. And so we'll try to challenge Davey504, and then we got to put some likes on it. We got to be like David504, my stats teacher is Puppet Shark. What you doing, Pop? Ah! See you Monday, Lucy. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm just like, am I crazy for trying that? Like, it probably go nowhere. And then like, what if it goes viral? And then people start like randomly checking out our channel. Life's got to be interesting, right? But with that, let's put on some nice music here and let's end. Any last questions? Sad goodbye music. I like this music better. Any last questions as we hop back into space right here? Stats TikTok. I've thought about that. I don't know if I know enough content to put on it. Awesome. Thank you, Maddie. I'll check it out. Like, yeah, I could try. It's like, do people make education content on TikTok? I could do like cool stats facts or cool like stat knowledge things that you need to know, like a daily stat knowledge thing. Hank Green does TikTok, the Vlog Brothers. He's a big time YouTuber, Hank Green, science guy. And there's a science guy who does it too. Yeah, and that's the thing is, and it's tough because the top 10 stats that will blow your mind. Top 10 stats that will blow your... No, top 10 stats, number 6 will blow your mind. Top 10 stats, most people don't know, or like 99% of people don't know number 5. That's like most like YouTube videos. Hank Green's big on it? Man, he must have gotten in early on that. 1-minute Excel tutorials? That's really cool. I'm not even joking. Not even joking. I had a channel like that. Where's my channel? I made a YouTube channel a long time ago called 1 Minute Math. And I made some 1-minute videos. And this might be a bad idea because I'm changing YouTube channels. I think it's actually Mewbot. I think Mewbot is 1 Minute Math. Mewbot, are you 1 Minute Math? I'm currently on Mewbot's channel. Content. Yep. Here, Mewbot is actually 1 Minute Math. If you go to Mewbot's channel, Mewbot is 1 Minute Math. So I had to repurpose Mewbot. Here is 1 Minute Math with Brian Stevens. So this was a thing I did. 1 Minute Math with Brian Stevens. Quick and easy right there. Brian Stevens presents 1 Minute Math, correlation in Excel. And then I explained how to do correlation. These take 2 columns. My visualization 3 does not display dots like your video explaining it does. Is that okay? You just might not have outliers. Good question right there. You can send it to me, just like message me on Discord. You can just send me the message, Maddie. If you can't find it, send it via email. Does that work? Awesome. Cody, if you want, send me your graphic and I'll double check it. Sometimes you just don't get. So I was like, I'll make 1-minute videos on how to do correlation that you need 2 quantitative vectors. and all the good stuff right there. You might not have outliers. Let's put on some music. That's too sad. Yep. Sometimes one will have outliers and the other one won't. 1 minute and 6 seconds. That's a lie, Brian. 1 minute math with Brian Stevens. More like 1 minute and 6 second math with Brian Stevens. See, that's why this channel never worked. It failed. The whole channel failed. There's me in the corner talking. With that, email me your graphics if you're concerned about them. I'll double check them. Thank you, Maggie, for helping out right there. Yeah. You can email me. If you don't know how to use Discord, that's perfectly fine. Discord's just an option for people. And yeah, Discord's really cool because you can just drop the graphic in. Like you can click message and then just drop the graphic and be like, does this look good? And it's really quick for me to respond to it. With that, everyone knows my saying. You gotta have a catchphrase if you're a YouTuber, right? What's my saying? Because I'll be seeing everyone soon. My saying is, bye for now. Bye. I can talk through the outro. I made some changes. Bye.